I didn't think Marcus would show, but there he sat, reaching for the potatoes like he owned the place. Still playing Saint, I see, he muttered. Uncle Ron snorted into his wine. Always did love the spotlight. The dining room at 1847 Oakwood Avenue smelled like rosemary and resentment. White lights tangled through the tree branches. Gran sat at the head of the table in her navy sweater, the cashmere one I'd given her last birthday. The sleeves hung loose on arms that chemotherapy had whittled down to nothing. She raised me after the accident. After the semi crossed the median on 94 and my parents never came home. I was 8. She was 53. She chose me when she didn't have to. Marcus lived in Dearborn, 30 minutes away. I'd seen him twice in 3 years. Uncle Ron lived 6 blocks over and treated Gran's phone number like a lottery ticket. Only dialed it when he needed something. Marcus's wife, Stephanie, sat rigid beside him, scrolling through her phone. Ron's daughter, Ashley, hadn't looked up from her screen since dessert plates came out. Nobody asked about my drive from Indianapolis. Nobody mentioned the ice storm I'd pushed through because Gran said she needed me there. Turkey's overcooked, Marcus said, sawing at the meat. I think it's perfect, I said. Stephanie smiled without teeth. Of course you do. Gran set down her fork. The clink against china cut through the room like a blade. I need to tell you all something. Marcus kept chewing. Ron finally pocketed his phone. Stephanie stopped whispering to Ashley. I met with Robertson last month. My attorney. Had him draw up new papers. What kind of papers? Ron's voice went sharp. I've transferred the house to Olivia. This house. The deeds already recorded downtown. It's done. The explosion was immediate. Marcus's fork hit his plate. You did what? Ron shot his feet. That's insane. You can't just. I can. I did. Sit down, Ron. This is my childhood home. Marcus's neck flushed crimson. You're just giving it away? I'm giving it to the only person who earned it. Stephanie turned on me. You manipulated an old woman. Obviously. I pulled out my phone, opened the text, turned the screen toward them. March 9th. From Marcus. Can't do Easter, Gran. Stephanie booked Turks and Caicos. See beats sleep. That's out of context. Marcus stammered. There's more, Gran said quietly. Keep going, Olivia. I scrolled. May 22nd. Uncle Ron. Hey ma, been thinking about your estate. That mahogany dining set should stay in the family. Real family. Ron's wife looked like she wanted to sink through the floor. July 18th. Marcus. Can't make your birthday. Stephanie has wine country plan. You get it. August 30th. Uncle Ron, you consider downsizing? Place this big is too much of your age. I know a guy. The silence pressed against my eardrums. I made chocolate cream pie last Christmas, Gran said. Her voice could have cut glass. Marcus's favorite. The recipe my mother taught me. He texted at 9:13 p.m. after I'd already set the table to say they decided on Aspen. Stephanie wanted powder. Stephanie grabbed her purse. We're leaving. I'm not finished. Something in Gran's tone nailed them to their chairs. Olivia drove me to 72 oncology appointments. Every Tuesday and Thursday for 26 months. She held the basin when I couldn't stop vomiting. She scrubbed my floors when I was too weak to stand. She never once asked for anything. Ashley had stopped texting. Every face turned toward Gran. Ron called twice this year. Once about the furniture. Once about selling. His wife sent a card. One card. It had a puppy on it. Mom, that's not. Ron started. What's not fair? Gran's voice climbed. Is that you assumed this house was yours. That you'd split it, sell it, pocket the cash. You budgeted for it. You planned vacations with it. We're your blood. Ron shouted. And Olivia is the only one who acted like it mattered. I pulled the deed from my bag. Unfolded it beside the cold gravy boat. 1847 Oakwood Avenue. Transferred from Eleanor Margaret Chun to Olivia May Chun. Recorded December 2nd, 2024. It's public record. Look it up. Marcus's hands trembled. We'll fight this. On what grounds? My voice stayed level. Gran passed a full cognitive evaluation. Dr. Morrison at Memorial signed off. There's nothing to fight. You turned her against us, Stephanie hissed. Gran actually laughed. Sweetheart, you managed it yourselves. I just kept receipts. Ron kicked a chair back. This is garbage. You're making a huge mistake. My only mistake, Gran said, was hoping you'd try. Even once. They left. All of them. Door slammed. Tire spun on ice. Gran looked at me across the ruins of dinner. Thank you. For what? For showing up. For caring when it cost you something. For being what they never were. I moved to her side, wrapped my arms around shoulders sharp as coat hangers. Merry Christmas, Gran. Merry Christmas, baby. Now let's have that pie while it's still good. We ate in comfortable silence. Just the two of us, while the white lights blinked and the house settled around us like a promise kept.